While we are back, and we are here to review. Today we want to review the 5 Luo Words a day. So if you're following, if you get this message, please like the stream. Please send a message so that I can see that we at least have one person before I start talking. You know, these things you can talk to yourself the whole day and fail to get results. Oyaore oimore kamora mora ma intie sani en sa abich gi dakika auchiel kama antiere. Ang'eyo ni ka in e gweng' mar Kisumo sani en sa 12 gi nyiriri auchiel. So I'm just waiting at least so that I'm back. And I'm happy to be here. So today we want to review all the work that we've done. We want to review the work that we've done from day. Remember, we had done day 1 through day. I don't know which day we had gone to. Let me just check. So thank you for those who are following the stream. Thank you so very much. And let me just look at it. Yeah, the last thing we did was a review of 5 words a day. It was 1 week ago. And we did all the way today. Let me just go through the video. I had what really made me not to do anything is that after that review, I went for my second shot. And that second shot, hey, my guy, your guy. That second shot destabilized me. You sick, sijui what. Yeah, we went up to day number 19. So I'll move on to day number 20 today. I'll go all through to day number 20 and then we move on to all the other things. So that's why I've been missing in action. After the second shot of the juice, it was very difficult to concentrate. I had fevers, I had chills, and all these things in between. So it was very difficult for me to just do anything. Even the 5 words a day thing, you'll notice that it has not been happening because of that. So I'm very sure this week I will pull up something and we shall move on. So don't worry if this week you don't see. If this week you see me, we shall have the 5 words a day. And now I'm feeling good. I'm hoping that we are slowly but surely taking care of this pandemic that has captured the whole world. So welcome everybody, and this is 5 Luo Words a day review, and we are looking at day number 21. So if you're a new person, thank you for those who are following us. If you're a new person, we are both on Facebook and YouTube. I hope I'm on Facebook. I don't know. I've not checked. But I'm hoping that we are on Facebook today. And we are definitely on YouTube because YouTube I can see on my phone. So if we are on Facebook and you can see us, please type a message there. We shall be able to see. Yeah, Facebook I can see. You can see that one on my phone. You see that one? Yeah, that one is YouTube. But the other one I cannot see because I don't have a Facebook installed on my phone. So let's look at day number 21. What did we learn about day number 21? We learned about adundo. Adundo is the heart. And I think I think there are very many parts. You see the parts of the heart. There is a way that we can label them. I'm hoping to look for that documentation. I saw it somewhere. I don't remember all these parts, but I saw some documentation that labels all the parts of the heart in Luo. So maybe if I get it, I will share it with you. For now, no, I don't have it, and that's it. So what we have is only this. This is all we have for now. Adundo is the heart. My heart is adundona. Then secondly, we talked about adundo. Adundo, just like my heart, but it has a small. The diction is a little bit different. You say adundo, adundo. Adundo now means just a little or small. Okay. Oketo manama adundo. So he's just put a little bit. Oketo manama adundo. Okay. And adundo, you can also use adundo to how you call it in English now. To Paco somebody. I don't know whether Paco is. Now you can use adundo to do what? To like Nyakoma adundo, a lady who is a short lady, you know? That is one of the things. I don't know how to the English word has gone. I don't know. Then adunga. Adunga. Adunga, and some people adunga comes from atunga, but adunga is medicine for inhalation. And usually what you do, it's not what I've put in this picture. Medicine, adunga is medicine that you cover yourself with a blanket, you know, and then you let the leaves, you know, that inhalation from the leaves, you boil the leaves, and then that vapor, when you cover yourself, that is the yad adunga. So yad adunga is not really this. This is a modern thing, but before this, we had our traditional way of doing it, where you put yourself in. You put yourself in a. First, you boil the water, and then after boiling the water, you cover yourself. Everything you cover yourself with a blanket, and then the vapor coming from the water, it's taken in. I saw some people say that treats a lot of things. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's adunga. The next one that we talked about is aduoga. Aduoga. And aduoga is colostrum milk. And I think it's the first milk that you take until the third week or the fourth week of a cow that has just calved. So that is called aduoga. Ahero madho cha aduoga. In a sentence, you can say ahero madho cha aduoga. Agustin Oyugi Erokamano, thank you so much for liking the stream. You can also send your messages. I mean, just messages to say, hey, we are here. Okay? Aduogo. Aduogo. Some people say oduogo. Aduogo is a type of tree. Okay? And this tree, we use it for making three-legged stools and chairs. The reason we use it for making chairs is because it's difficult to bend. Like it's malleable. The English word is malleable. So aduogo is used for making traditional stools because of its malleability. Okay. Then we moved to day number 22. Remember, all these things, you can find them in the live streams. Not in the live stream, but in the YouTube channel. If you get to the YouTube channel, there is something they call the what? They call it. Nothing is too fast. There is something we call in your YouTube channel. Let me just go to the channel itself so that I tell you where you can. If you miss them, because now I'm just reviewing. Let me go back to the YouTube just so that I can tell you how to get these things. If you missed them, please go to YouTube. And when you go to YouTube and type Luo English Dictionary, God has been good to us. If you type Luo English right now, you will find us as #1. So, and that is thanks to you guys for just supporting the channel every day. I'm a Luo Jaluo from Alur, from DR Congo. I would learn the language too, but I can't speak English. Could you please send me the link to that dictionary? The King Commander. The King, we don't have a dictionary. This is just a stream where we talk about the Luo things. So what we do is we translate the Luo words to English. So that's what we call the dictionary. It's just a concept. So I wish I had a dictionary to send to you, but I don't. Okay. Now, what I was saying is on the playlist, if you go to our Luo English Dictionary YouTube channel, this is the YouTube channel. If you go here, there's a playlist. The playlist is called Learn 5 Words a Day. So this playlist has all the Luo words. All the Luo words. So if you do, we are trying to build a dictionary. What we are trying to do, the idea is we are trying to build the dictionary which has like all the words, the explanation of the word, a picture if possible, and later on we shall do a video if possible to explain the word. That way you can always go back and check the meaning of a word, how to use it in a sentence, and if it's something that can be can have a picture, the picture of the thing, so that you can just relate all of them. Because learning is dynamic. You can't just say I'm learning like this. So some people learn by just looking at the picture. Some people learn by looking at the word. Some people learn by combining both of them, matching a picture to some word. And some people learn just by doing everything together and talking to people. So Luo English Dictionary, go to Learn 5 Words a Day playlist. You will see all this. We are now on day number... It stopped at day number 58. I'm hoping day number 59 will roll tomorrow. And then we shall not stop now. We shall not stop from day number 59. So the King, Sante, well, you're welcome. And please just follow the channel. Look at everything that we do. And that will help you. So the next word we talked about was adwaga. Day 22, we talked about adwaga. And adwaga is food that is poorly cooked and mostly applies to cornmeal or what we call ugali. So if you cook it poorly, and poorly means it is either not strong enough or it's too strong. You know, when you put too much corn flour, it becomes like it has a little bit of flour coming out, even though it's you think it's ripe. So that is kuon adwaga. Okay, ma en kuon adwaga. So it's en kuon mareprep. It is very light. If you throw it to the wall, it sticks. You know how to identify that ugali is nice, is that if you throw it to the wall, it should stick for about 1/10 of a second and then drop down. So for the kuon adwaga, if you throw it to the wall, it doesn't stick. So it either sticks it sticks and stays there, or it bounces off, you know. At least that's how we tested when I was young. That is kuon adwaga. Aero and ero, it's an interjection. So aero is just an interjection. If you want to interject, you can just say ero to mean or okay, all right. That's an interjection. Then afito is a type of beetle. It's a type of beetle. It emits a smoky substance. When you touch it, it emits some smoky substance. And that smoky substance, I think, is a way of protecting itself against enemies. So some people call it adunga oiro. Adunga oiro means smoky, and adunga oiro means that it emits some smoke. So that is a fetor. It's a kind of beetle that emits some smoke. Then we move on to afuongo. Afuongo. Oh, we're missing an O there. Afuongo. Afuongo is a skirt. Afuongo is a skirt. Like you can see this skirt here. This yellow skirt. This is a afuongo. Okay? Afuongo. Afuete. Afuete is a loincloth for women or for girls. And now we could call it, in the normal language, we would call it, you see, if the pants the ladies wear if they're going to the beach. Not really the bikinis, but something like that. So that's the normal thing. It would be a fuete. So a fuete was worn by the ladies, especially during the times when we did not have full clothing. That is the afuete we are talking about. This is not afuete. This is a picture I just lifted from Google. But afuete is a loin cloth worn by women and girls. Then we move to day number 23. And what happened in day number 23? We talked about agak. Agak. Agak is a crow. Ma en winyo mar agak. This is a crow. Ma en winyo mar agak. Then agenga. Agenga. Agenga is, first of all, let me talk about gengo. The act of gengo is the act of preventing somebody or something from passing. That is called gengo. So agenga is something that you can use for preventing a person or a thing from passing. Okay. For example, this is in a bank. When you go to bank your money, you'll find this this thing here where they tell you this is the much you can go. Or when something happens and the police fence off a place, that thing they put around the place is the agenga. The agenga is just that thing that they impedes or prevents the passage of progress, an obstacle or blockage. Agenga can also be like when you have some soil, when your water was running through some place and you have some soil and then you just put the soil to block the water. Then that soil now turns from becoming soil to becoming agenga. Okay? Or if it's a boulder or a big stone, you put it somewhere and then now it blocks that place. That is agenga. Ageya. Ageya. Ageya is when you do something, but your intentions are very evil. Ageya. Mano otimo mar ageya. So that he did, and with an ill motive or a sinister intent. Ageya. And now we look at aginga. Aginga. Aginga is East Coast fever. That was a terrible disease then because it, then there was no modern medicine for the Molly or Lodge. Thank you so much. Then there was no medicine for treating the cattle. So when they got East Coast fever, it was a big deal. So it was called aginga. Aginga. I'm wondering whether my name has something to do with this East Coast fever. Maybe I was born, maybe my grandfather was born during the time when there was East Coast fever and then they modified the names then. I'll have to ask them. But East Coast fever is called, in scientific name, is theileriosis. Hey, dear. It's a protozoan parasite, okay? Also, aginga is a private matter, Mano wach ma aginga. A private matter. Mano wach ma aginga. Then we look at day 24, which is, we talked about agok. And agok is something, it is actually a support, you know. It supports part or all of the weight of a house or of a tent. In a sentence, you can say, Odni ochung mana nikech agok ni. So the agok in this house is what makes it stand firm. Otherwise, without the agok, it would be gone. Agok. Again, agok is a portion of land nearly surrounded by water and connected a larger body by an isthmus peninsula. So if you connect with the peninsula, you say that is agok. That part is agok. Like, for example, you see the way the picture I have here. I don't know where this is, but you see the way that portion of land is protruding out of into the sea. And then it has a big portion that is connecting. That is why we call it agok. Then there is a disease called agoko. Agoko is a disease. It's called syphilis. Syphilis is agoko. Agoko. Okay. Also, agoko means the chest area. So the chest area is called agoko. Agoko. Agoga. Agoga. That's the chest area. My chest. Agoga. Okay. So if you're asking somebody why he has a large chest, you'd say, Agogi opong manadeni. Agogi opong manadeni. How is it? Your chest is so huge, like it's large, you know. Then we talk about agola. Agola is an enclosed patio, patio or veranda. We call it veranda. And what used to happen is that the parents or the owner of the home used to have a patio where they could have some meetings with guests, you know, just have a small party and at Agola. So Agola is just where you just meet your friends and you just have a drink or smoke some of those things they used to smoke during that time. Yeah. Then also Agola. And Agola, this is why there's some people are called Agola. Agola is also the ring that forms around the sun on the moon. Usually when this ring forms, it was believed that someone had passed away. Either the president, the chief, you know, these people who are like the head of the, how you call it, the head of the village. If those people passed away, then you'd say that you had seen Agola. And now there were kids who are called Agola or Ogola who were born when such incidents occurred. Not necessarily that a chief had passed away, but because they believe that even if they didn't pass away in a village, they passed away somewhere else, you know. So some kids were born during that event of the Agola or of the Agola, and they were called Ogola or Agola. I hope that makes sense. Then let's look at day 25 when we talked about Agoro. Agoro is an edible flying ant. Agoro is much similar to Ngwen. This is Ngwen. The one on the picture is Ngwen, not Agoro. But they are smaller and they're very, very sweet. Usually what happens is when it rains, the Agoros, you can see the Agoros when it rains. So usually what would happen is we would wait until when it rains, we would go and cover the anthill. When you cover the anthill and it rains, I don't know what used to happen, but somehow we used to get the Agoro to start coming off. I think there's some science behind it. I forget what the science it was. That is Agola. So Agoro, sorry. So Koth Okelo Agoro. Because of the rains, now we have the flying ants. Also, Agoro is an interjection of victory made when carrying a spear. When you're coming from a battle, I think this is becoming obsolete because no one is carrying a spear anymore. No one is going to battle anymore, apart from, of course, those who are Jenjore, those who just don't care. But in the modern world, we are getting rid of such. So these words will get lost in another 5 to 10 years. Then there is agot. Agot are white ant grubs. White ant grubs. When you go into the ant hill, you would get agot. And then what they used to do is they used to feed them to the chicken. The white ant grubs are fed to chicken. Anna Koth, thank you for liking the stream. Oh, Anne is. Anne, happy Mother's Day, Nyagwasi. That is Nyaragwasi. Happy Mother's Day. So that is agot. Then also, agot is when you're touching your house. When you're touching your house, the first grass. You know, when you're touching your house, you touch from down going upwards. The first one, the first layer that you put on the first edge, the edge there, the lower edge, that one is called agot. Okay, so that is agot. The first layer which you fix on the lower edge of the roof when the thatching is yet to begin, the first one, that is agot. Lumaragot. So if you see lumaragot, they mean that layer of grass. Then agulu. Agulu in plural is agulni. When possessed, you say aguch achieng or aguch otieno or aguch owino. Agulu is a pot, a cooking pot, drinking pot, earthen pot. Sometimes what used to happen is we used to put some drinking water and keep it in one corner of the house. That way it would remain cool. So agulu is a pot. In a sentence, you can say aguch gi onyango ema kano pi mang'ich. Aguch gi onyango ema kano pi mang'ich. Onyango's earthen pot has the coldest of the waters. Now the science behind it is because, first of all, agulu is made out of clay that is that undergoes some heat, and that makes it a bad conductor of heat after that. So when you put something in it and it's in a cold place, then it would remain cold. Then we move to day number 26, 4 more days. And the first word is agwok. Agwok means dog-like. Tim mar agwok. Some dog-like behavior. Bad behavior. Tim mar agwok. Now, unfortunately, dog, the way the dog is portrayed in the Western world and the way the dog is portrayed in the Eastern world is different. In the Western world, a dog is a possession that is kept inside the house. It goes with you, like you can take it for a walk. It is something that you just keep. You take to the doctor when it's sick, But in the Eastern world, a dog stays outside of the house. It takes care of the majorly it was kept because you had some animals. You had some cows, you had some goats. So then the dog was supposed to warn you when a hyena is coming in or a wild animal is coming in. That is why you're supposed to keep a dog. So you see, like, we had those two different two different perspectives. So a dog was considered something or a possession that is helping you to guard your home. But in the Western world, it is a companion. It is something that helps you, like if you need companion. So those are two different views. Anyway, at this time, agwok or dog-like behavior in the Luo culture is bad behavior. Okay, I cannot compete with the culture. I just give. I'm just a and manager ote. I'm just a what? I'm just a servant. I'm just giving the word. Then aguyo or oguyo. Aguyo is a moth or a butterfly. Aguyo. Aguyo or oguyo. Aguambo. Aguambo. This is and this is, you know why this is very controversial, is because of the the former prime minister is called Aguambo. Aguambo means many things. One of the things is homicide. So one of the meanings is homicide, and I looked through some other dictionaries, just so that it is not controversial. I looked through some other dictionary. Let me see if I can get it, so that I can show you that it is not me who discovered that Aguambo means homicide. Aguambo or Timar Aguambo is Aguambo also means mystery, mysterious. So something that is mysterious is Aguambo. So I'm just looking for my network is very slow, so give me a while. I want to look whether I can see Aguambo in this one that I have here. AGGG. So I looked through the dictionary, and Timar Aguambo. Aguambo. Yes. Now, Aguambo is a mystery. It's a miracle or a mystery. Aguambo pin is that which is uncommon, a disaster or a calamity. Aguambo is also used to as a felony or a bestial act or a serious offense. Okay, so those are the things that I got in the dictionaries around here, and I did not, when I posted this, I remember when I posted this, there was a lot of like inbox. People inboxed me and asked, "Way, is it how do you unajitetea ukiwa pande gani? How do you what do I say?" People said a lot of things, but it is not me. I am just a messenger, and this is what it was. But it only happens that the name of the former prime minister takes the form of Aguambo, which is mysterious. So the mystery part of it is what you should take, not these other parts. Okay, I hope that is clear. And please, if you know of any more, like if you can explain it further, I welcome that you write it on the comment section of this video. If you're not live, if you're watching it when it's after the lives, please explain it in the comment section. If you're watching it now, please just write it there, so that people can know that it is not me that has decided to put Aguambo there. Aguambo is not, it's not me who decided on that. Good. The next thing we talk about is Aguata. And what is Aguata? Aguata is a gourd. Do you say gourd or gad? Gourd. Or a calabash. In a scientific term, it's called Lagenaria vulgaris. And the plural of Aguata is Agwetni. Agwetni. Kelna Aguata. Bring me the calabash. Usually what we used to do is you used to put gruel, or we used to put now how do you call uji, Joadu? We used to put Hey, Anne, how do you call uji in English? Porridge, yes, porridge. We used to put porridge in the gourd, and then that porridge is served to people around the house during a celebration or just in the normal way. I remember even in our house, where my mother, in my mother's house, we used to have a guata. I don't have it in my house though because I don't know why. I'll ask the owner of the house. Agüeña. Agüeña is an adverb, and agüeña means slanting at an angle. Ogwenyore. Baoni odongo agüeña. So this tree is growing at a slant angle. You can see the angles of those trees. And I put these trees for illustration purposes. So you can see that they are slanted a little bit. So baoni odongo agüeña. Baoni odongo agüeña. Then we move to day 47, where we talk about agwom. Agwom might have, I don't think we now still have them. Maybe it is a species that was introduced then, and then after that it just got lost. Huh? It is a species of sweet potatoes. It is called agwom. I don't think we have it anymore. We may not have it anymore, but that's fine. It existed in their time. Then second thing is agwom. As an adverb, you could say agwom means I'm squatting. So if you squat, you say agwom. I am squatting means I am agwom. Or nyako ni ogwom. This girl is squatting. So this girl is squatting means nyako ni ogwom. So gwom is the act of squatting. Agwom. Ahero. Ahero is two things in interjection. You can say aero. Aero. But you can also say ahero. Ahero is a place in Kano. A town in Kano, Kisumu County. A town in Kisumu County is Ahero. Those are two places, and I don't think there's any much I can say. Ahiti. Ahiti is wind that is accompanied by a storm. So Yamomara Ahiti, usually what it happened is it a typhoon, the equivalent of a typhoon, like if a very, very strong wind that gives a storm that turns, like if you had a boat in the sea, it would tear up the nets, and you'd just experience a lot of damage. So that is Yamomara Hiti. It causes a big storm, causes a lot of destruction. So when you hear Yamomara Hiti, run. A Honda. A Honda is a cough. A cough is a Honda. And whooping cough is called a Honda Guogi. Whooping cough is a Honda Guogi. A Honda Guogi. Now, if you have questions, please write them on the chat box, on the comment section in YouTube, on Facebook. You can also put it in the comments. I'll be able to respond to them. So day number 28 is ahula. Ahula. Ahula is suddenly. Ogul mama ne opade ahula nono. Ogul mama ne opade ahula nono. So the cops slapped him suddenly. I don't think that's right for the cops to do. Aida or nyaida. Aida or nyaida. And I know of kids who are called nyaida. And is eczema. And what it causes your hands to swell, like the skin. It's a skin disease. So something, either eczema, I don't know how you translate it, but it is aida or nyaida. There are some kids who are named under this. I don't know why they were named with this. Perhaps there was an outbreak. I don't know. If you know about it, please just let us know, because we are building knowledge that might not be readily available. Aida. Aida is a squirrel. Aida. Aida okunyo rabuon kagima tieko. In a sentence you say Aida okunyo rabuon kagima tieko. The squirrel has dug out almost all my potatoes. Aida okunyo rabuon kagima tieko. Then there is Aika. Aika is a headband made from ostrich feathers, like shown in the picture. Aika. And sadly, these are now relegated to traditional dances, and I don't think there's anyone who is wearing them anymore. Perhaps it's time to look at a museum and just put them in there so people can see. Aika is also herring. Owuotho Aika. Ochimo dala komolo. Is hurrying to Omolo's place. Owuotho Aika. Ochimo dala komolo. So he's hurrying to Omolo's place. Aika means an adjective, and it means hurrying. Then I look at day number 29. In day number 29, there is Aila. Aila is a nettle plant, or in scientific language is called Fleuria ovalifolia. Nettle plant. Nettle plant is very itchy, like very itchy. If you it grazes your hand, or if you sit on it, it grazes your feet or your legs, it would itch so much. So in Luo you'd say ogwanyore nikech ne obet e aila. Is itching because he sat on the nettle plant. If someone, for example, put nettle plant on you, either intentionally or by mistake, then you'd really itch, and sometimes it would remove the skin. You'd have some inflammation on your skin. Aiti. Aiti is a trench. Aiti is a trench for trapping game, especially things like pigs, things like warthogs. You'd put Aiti, because if they fall in there, they cannot climb back up. So, and Rao, Rao is the one from the sea, from the lake, the hippo. So what you do is you'd build Aiti. You'd build a trench around the lake. That way, then the Rao would not come to the other side. Or when they get into the trench, they would not be able to climb back to this other side. Aida omoko e Aiti. So the squirrel is trapped in the trench. Of course, this is a bad example, because a squirrel can never get trapped in a trench. Instead, we would have said Rao omoko e Aiti. Let me change it, because Aida is a very cunning one. So Rao omoko e Aiti. The hippo is trapped in the trench. That is a better example, because someone would not understand how would a squirrel get trapped in a trench. That's different. Doti erokamano. Thank you, Doti, for liking the stream. Rao omoko e Aiti. The hippo is trapped in the trench. Then we also talk about Ajawa. Ajawa. What is Ajawa? And there's some songs that were called Jawa Jawa. So Jawa songs were the songs that were sung using a rattle. So rattle made a musical instrument made from the calabash. What they would do is they would take a calabash, remove the insides of the calabash, let it dry, then remove the insides, and still when it's circular, they just form a small sack on top, and then put in some stones or some seeds. and then they shake it. It's just a shaker. So then you'd rembe go jawa jawa remo, rembe go jawa jawa remo manigiteko remo, rembe go jawa jawa remo manigiteko. That is a Jawa. You'd be singing with a Jawa. Very nice songs. Jalemo goyo a Jawa mamit samagiwer. So the church choir is singing using a rattle. That's the idea. Then I move on to the next one, which is ajieka. Ajieka is the final drops of blood or milk or food. The final drop. This one here. You see this one here? This is ajieka, or these three. Ajieka. Okay? The ajiki. Ajiki is a phenomenon. Like it's when it's raining continuously, but it's only drizzling, almost raining, then it continues like that for a long time, then that is ajeki. So rain that is continuous but in very small quantities. So it's raining, sometimes it's shining, then it's raining, then you'd say ma en koth mar ajeki. If it did that yesterday, then you'd say nyoro kodh ajiki ne ochwe. So what does that mean? Yesterday we experienced rain, and sometimes it would stop and then it would start raining, and it would keep raining for a long time, and then it would stop for a minute and then it would rain again. That is called ajiki. Okay. So the last part, which is day number 30, is ajuoga. Ajuoga has different meanings because it has evolved over time. In the beginning, it was diviner. Then it went to witch doctor. Then it went to medicine man. And now we talk about the modern day doctor. So ajuoga is the doctor. When someone says adineno ajuoga, it might be they're going to look to see a witch doctor, but mostly it is that they are going to see a real medical doctor. That is ajuoga. Ajuok. Ajuok is an abnormal thing, something that doesn't happen often. Like this is timar ajuok. You see the way this pencil is folding? This is an abnormality. So this is timar juok. That's what ajuok means. Juok is abnormal or witchcraft. That is juok. And witchcraft, is things that were unexplainable to the naked eye. Ajua. Ajua was a game. What used to happen in Ajua is they will put three stones in each of these holes, and then you're supposed to pick the three here, put 1, 1, 1. So this one would have 4. Then you'd pick the 4 and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now this one would have 4, and you'd go 1, pick all this and say 1, 1, 2, where is it now? So from here you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 is here. So you'd stop because this is where you started. And then the next person would take, and then they would continue playing. Now it would end. You end your turn if the hole where you're putting your stone has nothing in it. So you cannot pick. But if the last stone meets one other stone, like if you have 2 more, then you just pick the 2 and move on like that. Perhaps I'll do a video to explain how Ajua was played, or how we played it with my friends. I will just do a video and explain how it was played, because such skills are now ending. I don't know if my mouse was... Oh, my mouse is showing. That's good. Then number 4 is Ajuang. Ajuang is a name. If your father dies, then you'd be called, and then before you're born, you'd be called Ajuang. Name given to a female child born after the death of her father. Also, Ojuang is the male child with the same qualifications. Okay, so that is Ajuang. That is Ajuang. Then Akado is the last thing we are talking about today. What is Akado? Akado is a plant, sometimes called ochol. Akado is Pseudospondias microcarpa. I don't know. Mano dwaro joginene. Jokisungu. Well, those are the words. Those are the 10 days that we talked about. I hope you enjoyed the video. That has been about 50 minutes. If you stuck with me all this time, thank you so very much. If you didn't stick with me and you came out for a minute or two, still thank you very much. And I think that would be a great way to end. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. And you can always get us as Luo English Dictionary at gmail.com. And the other thing is that if you want to support us in any way, if for any reason you want to support us, I don't know whether you should open up an M-Pesa. But if for any reason you want to support us, please go to our web page. Go to our Luo English Dictionary channel. And then click on this button here. You see this join button? You click on that join button. Then you can give us like 200 bob a month. That's $1.99. Just click join. Or you can go to the silver and then you click join on $4.99 a month. Or you can go the gold way and give us $9.99 a month. This is 1,000 bob a month. This is 500 bob a month. This is 200 bob a month. But if you don't want to do all that, you can just go to Luo English Dictionary. EnglishDictionary.com. LuoEnglishDictionary.com. Then there's a number up here. Using this number up here. Oopsie, let me remove myself. You see this number up here? This number up here. I'll say I do F11. Yeah. See this number? This number. You can send M-Pesa to this number. Then we shall thank you very much for helping us out. So that is the way you can support this channel. Also, you can support us using ideas. Like, you don't have to just give us money. It is not about money. If you have ideas, if you think that there's an idea that you think we can give people, if you want to talk, like you want to hold a session with us, if you want to do a video, please just go to our luoenglishdictionary.com and then just type your name and put your email and just say and then send. Alternatively, you can just click on this WhatsApp message, click us and send us a WhatsApp message. We shall send, you shall get all this. So hii ni M-Pesa, usitume kwa ile ingine, tuma kwa hii number. This is the M-Pesa number. This is, you can get us on Facebook, you can get us on Twitter, you can get us on Instagram, you can also get us on YouTube. Also, you can drop us a line. You just click here and type in your email and your name and you enter. We shall respond to that email. Also, you can get us through WhatsApp. I think that is all you can do with us. So thank you so very much for those who've been with us, and we hope to see you soon. This week, I'm going to try as much as I can. I'm going to try the best I can so that you have the 5 words a day. So watch out for them starting from tomorrow. It is exactly 12 p.m. my time. It's exactly 7 p.m. Kenyan time. Watu waende wachunge news. And happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, and God bless you. And I'll see you tomorrow. So drop us a line, message us on WhatsApp, tuma kwa hii ingine, Or go to Twitter, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, go to Instagram. We are all over the place. Bye bye, and see you. Oriti kabisa.